Metaka sembi. It happens but once. Sasem no bra for na kai. I say bebre sida na so once. My yenyi ensemfua na e wonwum mu no. Na e fan starting common no. Anabra I was saying. Sa ensemfua na e wonwum mu no. Yenyi na yemfa eni common no.
Ehun hia. Ensemfua wonwum no de ehun hia.
Ensemfua na lyrics no. Omo ntichu na e be kire mu twi kakra.
Ba show you.
A prophetic song ana because and some our kind no meaning say sometimes rappers multi come on some boom rhyme but way a reality hunyema bi and I know bravo to sakode for na
yo me da say am say the kind no yemfa asedama o trade ampo nyankopon ne bambo ne nhwe sopa ono adom ani mobrohu na akan entia da so tenkwam I'm a grateful soul. And every biano. Me deal be bibia SCBA Senator Kano. Eddie Asidamenyanko.
Amen. Amen.
Well, secondly, Yamfa Sedama a chief winner and Chai Moon Ham so it's been overwhelming. The massive support and love. 20 years. It's not been easy, but I appreciate every single praise from all corners. I'm overwhelmed though. But I think it doesn't go for me alone. It goes to show, it doesn't matter if you believe in music of substance. This goes for you also. I don't think Ebiasa madwinimo the ultimate goal and I said the onipa bia basasi so or person in saka. I don't believe in what they call success in life. I don't believe in that. Menjin tumu say ubetimi aka say why you're successful abrabon based on usika any bia wo usika any bia the fact that you can access anything that you want at a point because you have, yes. I don't believe that. I am a Christian. I believe in the Christian principles. And Christians do believe, say, after Abrabo ewo hanyina, ujidie, eyade hu hia pa ye, na ujidie ene beche ujinabre ewo srahimem. Enti Bible says wunya wiase ajapade nyina na ohwe wo kra. Amfa so ben ewo so. Enti meka say odo any praises ben nyina eko ema nyankopon enyem.
Amen.
Amen. Say dwene no ana mi nipa man ni mu ani nyina nyankopon ene ye me ena dwene a odi hye mi trim ene entity a me fam efri me ma me num ene me papa mu ena aye me sene me tie enti me da Ghana frase
Ghana so eda wase
obiase
Ghana so da wase say over the last 20 years also entertain you with good lyrics and all of that
enti sene wo kano enyom no de eba eto de bia the American say, when I'm in that space to create, I think, say, there is something that takes over me. And some no any dear a be free more baby a better abonten. I say I have a choice. Or pen a miankasa. But I am a journey and Zembe, me journey be answer na sebi me de ensem no ato abonten me journey. But I told a beer, I think I'm possessed. I would say it that way. I'm possessed, and I would say possession. No, a bad spirit. Possession, no, a good spirit that actually makes me come out the way I come out. And
it's that possession, or in all your creatives, and you are not deep into that possession.
It depends. It depends on the space with which I'm in. And I can say yes, and yeah, a bribia, but some of the songs, sometimes when they come out, and if you ask me how I went about it, I'm not able to
have no idea
pinpoint what happened, but it comes the way I think it's natural, and I thank God for the gift.
I see. Now, the main agenda for the day is going to be Paimuka at 20, but obviously we have Obrafour. If you have Obrafour, you cannot just ask him about Paimuka at 20 and let him leave. That would be waste of airtime. You have to make sure you exhaust him small, and that will be all. When we came for the lunch at Tank Palace, we were doing an argument or a debate that Paimuka album, after 20 years, if we want to do a celebration, and the only thing that has been registered in the minds of the people is Paimuka. Paimuka Kwano Bieka. What does it mean? Does it mean, say, after 20 years, Obrafour anye bibia eso ana no so somebody say Paimuka na. Sa argument yes yentimi anya san ne waba. Enti se waba dia me ni kan fa no mpem first. Say 20 years.
I didn't na Paimuka.
Aden yen kan hwe say Paimuka pe.
Yes, enokre say mfie aduno. But met me edwa kwachi mfie mienu ansana. Ansana Paimuka. 22 years ago, that's when I started this whole journey. I wasn't a rapper. Na minye imagine krase me a rapper. Na minye imagine. Me ana se me de woko mechi kakra.
More than 22 no.
More than 22 no. Me fit ya say story dem say yaka
some be order yakasa.
22 years. Na me mami Ephraim na say afi pepe. Na and that's what Bia said ni officer na me free school minya akwanya say Mira St. Peter's Secondary School. I was there for about a week, and my mini free mu any idea. Enti sa atorenchem na etome no na emu odin pa de me wiase nyina eba well to me, at that time, no, me did say me we are CSC because the whole world came my whole world came crashing with the demise of my mama, and it was so huge an impact that I didn't know what to do. So in between time, I couldn't go back to school again. I couldn't. There was no way I could go back.
It's Obrafour team or a school dropout.
You could put it that way.
Okay.
You're not wrong. Now, when nothing to do, with nowhere to turn to, and well, I think my sister had then promised of taking me abroad to America, and so I was looking forward to it. I just home and nothing, and my faith I fell off the faith a little bit because I was a staunch Christian, and all those who knew me back in school will tell you I would even preach and do dawn broadcast at school and all that.
As an Adventist.
As an Adventist.
Okay.
And with my mom's demise, I fell off the faith because I couldn't bring myself to understand why God should allow that to happen to me as at that time. I sided with the heathen because at a point I doubted the existence of God because I know it was
how old were you then?
Too difficult. I think I was 19 or somewhere around that time. 1918, and it was too huge a blow. And so I started living a life of an outcast. I left home, shuffling in between my friends, spent some time with friends. And music came to me, rap music came to me. So
at that time, was Obrafo also indulged in some vices like smoking, drinking, womanizing because you were shuffling between your friends?
I was that guy, despite the fact that I had gone off the faith. I was raised from home, and there were certain things you wouldn't get me doing. So such things were out of the way.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Even though I had fallen off the faith, I couldn't see myself do certain things because that was unlike me.
Okay.
So no. There are certain things I picked up too that I would say I'm not proud of today. Because it was like a hustling
so
to the bone hustling.
What were the things Obrafo picked up to at that time?
You see, it was difficult coming by food because as living with friends, I had rebelled and left home, and I was on my own, and the friends that I was with too were you know the kind of people by then that you would associate with
on the streets.
Yes, it was a street level thing. And
so what exactly was Obrafo doing that he is not proud of?
Well,
stealing.
I would say yes. Stealing was a part of it, but not like pickpocketing or anything.
Armed robbery.
No. That is way too. What it was, we needed to survive. Yes. So, if let's say we come to this store or shop to buy rice, we will try and get Starkist.
Oil. You get Starkist and oil.
That was the act. That was the act.
I see.
It was really a hard
time. Were they the friends among you by then? Were they also wannabe musicians? Were they all?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, we're living life. I mean, a life of no hope. So nobody had anything in mind.
So who among your friends introduced you to music, or how did music come to you?
So there was
in your hustling moment.
There was this guy called Yawasante, Quincy, and Taifa. And this guy, I don't know when he got into rap, but anytime he comes around, this guy would, excuse my language, spit, and everybody will go crazy. And one thing about the guy too, I loved his confidence. He thought he was even the best rapper than Reggie Rockstone, the guy that we were all
idolizing. Yeah.
Yes. This is how it came. This guy, being a rapper, could, have access to parties and all that was happening in the community, entertainment. And, it comes with freebies, gifts, and all that. So, yes, he will come around, he will bust, and guys will dash him money, And then I was sitting and watching, and I realized that, okay, I could survive through this. So why not? I went to him. I appealed to him to show me how to rap, and it was going to come at a cost.
He told you?
Yeah, he told me that if I will teach you every 2 weeks, you have to pay me 15,000. Oh, Ghana.
Yeah.
Which is 1 cedi, 50 pesos. Okay. I was being reimbursed by then. My sister would send some money. It was 2 cedis every month. The two cedis within 1 week, it
is gone.
You know what I'm saying? And this guy, for me to pay him 1 cedi, 50 pesos, it was way too much for me. I was punching above my weight, and I couldn't afford that.
So you did not start with him at all?
So what it was, I had to start writing. It was through what he told me that gingered me to venture into writing rap. So yes, I began. But the guy had already given out the secrets. He didn't know. At one point, when we met, and he left his book, his rap book there, and curiously I went to check.
You went to do inspection of the book.
In the book, and I realized that there was a secret to this rap that even if he had to come by rhyming, he would spread the 3 alphabets and form his words through that. And I pocketed that one quickly. And so yes, that is how it began. I started writing. I remember my first song that I wrote was about condoms. By then, the AIDS campaign was on, so I had to. I remember the chorus or the hook, but the verses I don't really.
The AIDS campaign there.
Yeah, so I did a song. I did a song. Kaina bo hubai, Munsho broni roba. Kaina bo hubai, Munsho broni roba. Kaina bo hubai, Munsho broni. It went like AIDS yo yare. Kuma mansan. Minu ema. Bo hubai. And found so obi aye ocean time. No, that was my first rap. That was my first
22 years ago.
Yes, this is how it came to me. So that guy, there was a party that we were not invited. He could have access to every party. So yes, he went in there and did his thing, and we were hanging around because we thought after the party we could get some small leftovers. You know what I'm saying? So when he went to rap, my friend said, "Go and take the mic." I said, "You, why are you crazy? The God himself,
the God MC,
has finished rapping. You want me to go for the mic? No, I won't go." He said, "Go." I said, "No." It became a tussle. I mastered courage. I went for the mic, and the rest is history. This guy came to me and said, "Charlie, we should form a group." After listening to me. So yes, we formed a group. It was him, Quincy, his cousin, who's Jawai now. Yeah, Impulse, and myself, Executioner. So it was Impulse, Quincy, Executioner, IQE. We formed this group, but we couldn't live to see.
So at that time, were you using the name of Bradford then?
Yes, because
okay.
I was using the Executioner, but it was deliberate. When I realized I could survive through this, at a point I needed a name for myself, so I did the little research on my own, and I realized that the executioners at the palace do not only protect the throne at the palace, but they do administer justice as well. So a Hip Life by then would need somebody in the caliber of the executioner to come and bring sanity into Hip Life, because you all agree with me that when Hip Life started, it was difficult for the elderly to embrace it.
Yeah,
and I realized that it would need somebody who would come execute positive lyrics. Exactly.
At that time, who were the kingpins of the Hip Life by then?
You know, I would say when my attention was drawn into Hip Life, by then Talking Drums were there. Reggie Rockstone, the grandpapa. But before Reggie, I had heard of Talking Drums. I had heard of Mahoney P. Won't you say yo? I've heard of Mahoney P, and there are quite a few number of people in the game. But then it was when Reggie came that I think the revolution started. And so for me, I call Reggie Rockstone the revolutionist because of the change, kind of change he brought to Ghanaian music.
I see. Now let's come to the creation of the Payamuka album, and I'm sure we will now spread it to the current world.
Cut the long story short. I was introduced to Hammer during the demise of our group, the IQE. I came after IQE. I formed a group called Sacred Clan, and then later
Sacred Clan.
Yes, it was me and a certain young lady. Yes, it was during that time that I think one of the schools, is it Institute of Marketing Studies or so, they were having their celebration, be it
it wasn't in Kumasi,
in Accra,
at
SICAPS Hotel. It happened at SICAPS, and I went with the lady, the Sacred Clan, and Smash TV came to cover it, and that was the first time I saw BB Mensing, the virus, personally, and it was after I had gone for the mic and finished my act that he came to me, was like, "Hey, my guy, you're very, very good. Take my number and call me." By then, you know how it was. I mean, no mobile phones. You use somebody's house phone, and you can call the person a million times, and so yes, that call
changed a whole lot of things.
It couldn't go through, so I didn't get to talk to BB Mensing. But I think it was when BB had approached me that gave me hope. And when they introduced me to Hammer, when Abrempong was in existence, I went with a friend who was a classmate of Hammer at Presec, took me to East Legon to meet Hammer. And I went into the house and Hammer came out. There was a fridge, a deep freezer by the side of his door, and he was sitting on it, and he started drumming on
Who, Hammer?
Hammer, yes.
Okay.
And asked me to rap, and I started. I think by then I had written Adding, and so midway through my first verse, he said stop, and he made a statement, and he doesn't know what that statement did to me. He said, yo, he called his partner, yo, come. There's this guy, that is the guy. He is the guy that will give Reggie Rockstone a run for his money. This is the guy.
Wow.
And imagine a novice like myself being
called
seen
to
in
come
that,
compete,
being seen in that light.
the demigod. Being called to come and compete, the demigod.
It was everything to me. It was everything. It was everything. And
I see.
I don't know, for some reason, Hammer and his partner Yao Anoff had not done any production, but for some reason I had the belief that they were the guys that,
For you as well.
yes,
I see.
could get me there.
I see.
And
Then
you know,
the
I went
tom
to
tom
Hammer.
tom.
I went to Hammer with a group. So finally, Hammer made the group. It was Real Ashes and Shaggy. And Hammer told me, my guy, if you want to fly, you have to leave every baggage. To be able to soar, you don't need anything that will weigh you down. So you have to come alone. It was difficult for me to break the news to my guys. I couldn't because you know, these guys that I were with, and I was trying for us to, you know, make it, and then Hammer said I should leave them, and so I asked him to do it.
You asked him to go tell them.
Yes. Say hono na me my family who edi kakra.
I see.
And he did it. And the rest is history.
And Paimuka was birthed.
Yes. Paimuka was
I
bad.
see. Now, can we admit that you, apart from Paimuka, you haven't done any project greater than it?
Well, there is this saying. I don't know if we all agree with that. There's a saying that first cut is the deepest. First cut is the deepest. I think I have tried. I don't know. You see, I cannot judge. The people who will judge. So I think I have tried. But there is something that has always informed my decision. As to music, I believe music is the food for the soul. And whatever it is, despite your circumstance or condition or state of mind at a point, once you won't go to the kitchen and prepare anything poisonous for yourself as food to eat, that is the same attitude I bring to music when I'm creating. So yes, I don't believe in one being a failure. I don't believe in somebody saying he is poor. It is only people who are incapacitated in the mind that can say they are poor.
Okay.
They need help. But so long as you can think, you are rich. Wealth is created first here in the mind before.
I see.
So, yeah.
Obrafo is my special guest, and the discussion is mainly Paimuka at 20, but we are getting to know the story, and this should inspire you. The fact that he was even a school dropout, he did not put life on hold. He pursued the vision that he saw, and today he is a world icon. Now, Obrafo, let's continue. 20 years.
Yep.
Who can Obrafo say, I brought this guy up out of my 20 years of existence in the industry?
Okay. Good question. There's one thing that I want everybody to know. So long as you are human, we should know the Creator was under no obligation to create us. God. He was under no contract to make humans. But out of love, he created humans.
Okay.
And the purpose, to me, my understanding, the purpose with which he created every creature is to be in service. That is all. To be in service to himself and creation. If we really understand that, then life will be so simple. And there will be no unnecessary competition,
okay,
and bickering. I will not say I have picked a person, but every time that I'm doing music, I have everybody in mind. What I have done, I have tried to impact positively on people. The truth is, money has not been the motivation at all. Not at all for me.
Okay.
You see, you can ask the likes of Kwao Kesem or Kratom Davide, Tiny, everybody up to Guru and all that. What I do is I don't like tying somebody to me.
Okay.
No. We are free. Though somebody may say you are not business minded. My passion for music is such that I do what I do. It is not me that makes or can make anybody. It is God. But then I know sometimes when God put people in positions, it is usually not for your good, but for others. And so I look out to the outside more than looking within.
Oh, okay.
Yes. A lot of the boys have taken inspiration from me. I've inspired a lot. But guys, don't look at me. I'm human. Human. And I have my flaws. I think whatever we are supposed to be and what we are not supposed to be is prescribed black and white in the good book. So I would say that no person to me
I see. So my understanding is that is the fear of failure of picking another person. That's why you never tried that.
No, it is not fear. I don't do things with fear. My motto in this world, my motto in life had been Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So in the first place, I don't even think about how the end. I don't think about the end.
Okay.
If I begin anything, I put it in the hands of God, and
okay.
I leave it. But I'm saying that yes, Persecution Entertainment was formed, and you know what we did. Me and the team tried to put the boys together and do what we can to help them, but not to make money
out of them. Okay. All right, so let's get to business. Paimuka at 20. Remember, it has been launched. In case you don't know, it has been launched, and we were all at the launch. So many activities, a big concert coming up later in the year, and I hear there will be some 1 or 2 activities before the concert proper. Maybe Obrafo will take us through some of these activities. But then let's clear this. I want Obrafo to advise these young cats, as you people call it in the game, talking about strongman, talking about medical and what they are doing. Some people think that Obrafo kra ono so yebi ebisi Obrafo kra oni Lord Kenya and so yebi we say rapper ni
I I would get this. I knew it. What it is, I want to state it here categorically that whatever you call it, that competition, or you call it beef, or whatever it is, does exist in music.
It does exist?
Yes. It is what it is in music. But what I won't subscribe to is when people attack people personally. For me, I think we could modify ours a little. Like, yes, I've been in that before.
Confirmed.
Yes, confirmed. Me and Lord Kenya did that, but you can see you are all witnesses to what happened in ours. We did not sit down to plan it, but I always say thank you to Lord, wherever he is. I thank God for his life and what he's using him to do. We brought maturity and open-mindedness to it. We realized that this is just to stir the people to go out there and get our cassettes. We were very fine. Nobody insulted anybody. Nobody brought other people, close people, into it. We did what it was. You know, my understanding, beef is when somebody says something in his song and you don't agree. And yes, you put it out there and you state your point, or you make your point clear. You know, when Reggie said, "Yeah, what be na microphone to mano," I said, "Will be anywhere you want na microphone to no." So one can hear meteoto. This is not a fight. It was a clean.
So that line was a response to Reggie.
Yes, punching holes in your statements in the song and stating mine clearly.
And you said that in what song? Who Born by Mistake? Yeah, one for
the master,
one for the boy.
You see, you understand this to me. And one thing too that we should know, that every song in this world, be it gospel or whatever, relates to people. Every song relates to people. So it is not all the time that you hear a song and you think, the song there, a good song.
So at that time, did Reggie realize that you were dissing him, or you took a jab at him?
It wasn't a diss.
No, what I mean is, did he know that you responded to him indirectly?
I don't know. I don't know.
But today you've told us. Confession.
Yes, I stated it. And then, okay, do you want to try? Insult?
No.
No.
But he described you as rapper Motia.
You see, I took it on a lighter note. I took it in good faith.
Okay.
And we did what we did. It was Papa Saku, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
I mean, it was healthy. It was beautiful. But these days, what these young cats are doing, I don't subscribe to it. No, not at all. I will not recommend what they're doing. Because let me tell you something. Probably our time, our thoughts were different. But now, money has been the motivation for this music that they're doing. And trust me, if you say something that doesn't go well with somebody, that is what we are seeing. Guns and all that would come. So I'm saying that, yes, I did it. Paul said I acted like a child when I was young, but now I'm old. So I reason like that.
An adult.
One thing is, you see, I'm begging these guys. I'm begging them. It is beautiful to beef, but choose your words very well.
Okay.
It is very important for one to be discreet in his utterances, and it is the one who is uttering should be discreet, and the one who's listening should have the understanding. What it is, if I say something and you don't understand, approach me and ask, you said this in your music. Is it like what people are saying it is? Because Ochame Kwame did that to me. He did that when we released Kasebo. Yes, he called me. Oh, bruh, everybody says, this song is for me. And I told him, in plain words, that, my guy, just relax. Take a sip of water and go to sleep. Because the song is not meant for you. The song Kasebo is not about you. There is nothing in the song that says Ochame Kwame has done this or that. And besides, what I wanted people to appreciate was the kind of creativity that we brought to bear in that song. It wasn't about how people perceive it to be, and
but there were some small jabs in there. I'm not sure Obrafour can run away from it.
If you can point that to me.
Where at a point Guru said, okay, I say rapper be okay, or I'll call it Deben. It's there, we can listen to it.
You can play it. Akotomona.
I'll say,
you see,
okay.
You see, that is where I'm talking about understanding. I can tell you for a fact, take my God out of this. You see, there was a particular saying that was always in our news. There was a particular thing, rape cases was rampant in our news. So that song, what it sought to do was to bring what happens on radio when they are casting the news and all that. Just like you've gotten me here. is everything we're talking about scripted?
No.
You see, that's exactly the same way. That is why I didn't stop Guru. So anything, this were a newscaster that had called me in asking my whereabouts and what was happening to me. After getting my responses, he continues. At this okay, akotomona. Ask yourself, had Kwame gone to rape anybody? It was, you see,
he was only calling himself okay. Okay,
no, he had not even started calling himself okay. Not any.
No, he had started.
No, I'm telling you, it was after Kasebo that he started calling himself okay. It was after Kasebo. I'm telling you, I'm being frank.
No, he started calling himself okay.
No, no. Okay. Means what? Oshame Kwame?
Yes.
Okonfo Kwade. How would you call Okonfo Kwade? You see how they perceive this song and how they took this song. It really helped me, because this was a beautiful song, very creative. I have never done any song creative like this song.
I know.
You see, and then guys tried to, oh God, took me out of. That is why I said you should have understanding.
Understanding.
You are the listener.
In which of your songs did you say, okay, do you want to try?
I didn't say okay. I said LK.
Oh, that was LK. Okay, LK. Yeah. That one was Lord Kenya.
Yes.
Okay, so that one was agreed.
Yes.
That was agreed earlier.
Yes.
That was agreed earlier.
Yes.
Well, I think what we needed Obrafo to do is what he's done. We wanted him to at least put out a word of caution to these people.
So guys, no, I mean, like I told you, we have to be discreet.
Okay.
In our utterances, and more so, well, somebody may say now you seem to be old, so yes, fine. You see, experience is the best teacher, right? I've seen it. I mean, I can confirm here and confess to you that when I released Kasebo, I received death threats. Yes, I received death
from rich people. And what was their problem?
From Kumasi. I don't know why these people thought the way they were thinking. That anytime I come to Kumasi, you see, and I know how it feels. That is why I went to my brother and pleaded with him to let bygones be bygones.
I see.
Because I realized that it was very necessary. It was a necessity. It was something that we should do. And so I took the initiative. I went to him and I pleaded. Honestly, in my mind, I didn't see me dissing you.
Okay, thank you for that understanding and that caution again. Now, Rafa, because our time is running out, let's come to the business. Pamuka at 20. I know you are doing it with some organizations, creating concepts and all that. Let us go through the activities briefly, and my panel members will also come in.
Yes, I would want to say thank you to Yvonne Nelson. Even though you know me, and those of you who know me, I'm not that person that is loud and would want to. At the point, I was thinking through whether to celebrate 20 years in music. Yes, and me and my team had thought about it. And then the tweet came from Yvonne. So I give Yvonne all the credit, though we had sat and put certain things on the table, but I think it was a catalyst. Yvonne tweeting to have a concert for me. Yes, actually, it made us reach out to people. And I am say that I'm happy. My brother Oting to
Way your team.
Yeah, he is my brother, and me and him goes way back. And you know that recently I've been working with him, and there's something about him that I like. This guy is not selfish. He is not at all. And he actually mentioned our plans to the CEO of Create Music, Mr. Stephen Forsing. I know you're listening. Thank you so much for coming through. And now we are partnering to bring the whole Paimuka 20 experience to you.
What are the activities before the main celebration?
So much lies in there. First off, we're going to do the Paimuka Challenge.
Okay.
Paimuka Challenge will come for 5 months running, or for 4 months running, I would say, or 3 months running.
What is in the challenge? What is in the
challenge?
challenge?
You pick a song out of the album, and you film yourself doing the song, and then the
complete song, or just a portion of it.
Electroland, as of now, as partnering us to distributors of NASCO, Samsung, and Media to give prizes to.
So I was asking that, are you going to do a portion of the song, or you do the complete song?
Yes, you do a portion of the song. I think complete song will be too long.
By someone is going to get a fridge.
Yes,
and he's doing just one verse. I think that is also too cheap for them.
No, I mean, we would want as many as we can, many people to join
on the
competition.
Paimuka album,
yes,
you pick
let's
a
say
song.
This week I put this song on board.
Okay, and you put the song on board,
definitely,
for the people to also try it.
Media,
when is that starting?
I think we have about 2 or 3 weeks to go
to start that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The main concert, which month is that? I think I was told.
It's in November.
9th. Okay.
9th of November.
9th November.
And besides, for the first time, we launched a foundation on the day of the launch. Initially, I had a different thought about going about doing good in public. I'm old school, and from from the precepts of the Bible, you know that the Bible says even when the right is doing good, the left shouldn't see. So yes, on my own, but my team sat me down and oriented me, and they made me understand that you can't do it alone. Sometimes you need people to come together to help to do that. So there's this foundation that we launched, Obrafufro, and actually my interest has been on rural education. I've been there, I've been through it, I know how it is, how teachers, when they are posted to rural areas, wouldn't even want to go, how students sometimes walk many distances to access school. Even the girls in it, when they are going through their cycle or their period, they can't go to school because they can have pads and all that. So I see that it has so many challenges, and what we want to do is I know we are in a position to affect positively, or to effect change, and so we think we can raise conversations, and also help put together things to alleviate the plight of.
Okay, so what exactly is the Obrafufro Foundation going to do?
The foundation has, I told you, rural education in mind, what we want to do. Where
so are
we
you
need to provide-
looking for external support?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
People to help in terms of money?
Yes, anything
At all?
Be building materials or anything where there are no schools,
Okay. So all these things are going to be done before November, the main concert?
Yes. So far, as it was launched, the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa donated 10,000 for the foundation, and so we
so the main activities before November is the challenge and the foundation.
The cipher.
Okay, there's going to be a cipher too.
Yeah, Paimuka cipher, where we would Hammer would release the beat for the young. It's in two phases: the old and the new. Would. And besides that, merchandises
like the cape and the shirts you are wearing,
going out there, and many more. We are in conversations, so it's not cast in stone. I can't say anything.
Okay, so let me also mention them. Guys, the Paimuka 20 concert is now 9th November. If you don't know, you know. I'll put down the date. But then before that, there will be the Paimuka Challenge, where here NASCO will be giving out some prizes to those who will be trying their luck. Remember, the Obrafufro Foundation is also into rural education, and they are calling for your support. Whatever you can also do to support Obrafufro Foundation to take care of the rural education before November, please do. I'm sure Obrafufro will give us a contact number to do that.
Runs through.
Not only these.
Not to November. The foundation is something that
it runs through.
I wanted to.
And there will be the Paimuka Cipher too. Hammer will be giving us a bit for us to do the Paimuka Cipher for the new cats and the old cats as well.
Exactly.
That is also going to be another interesting project.
The concert is slated for the 9th
November,
November, and tickets of the concerts will be out early next month.
Okay, so next month, July, we're going to have the tickets for the concert. For the concert day, I'm not sure there will even be the need for us to ask who else is coming, because I know whoever Obrafo has impacted in this industry, talking about all the guys, they are going to be there. No need to even mention the names. But our time is running out. Let me bring you guys in. Maybe a question or two, maybe a contribution. Personally, I'm not done with Obrafo.
We left something out. We want to have a symposium.
Okay.
Yes.
On Hip Life?
On Hip Life, because what we are saying is up till today, and nobody can give a precise definition of Hip Life.
Okay.
I'm talking to the grandpapa himself. My understanding to this Hip Life thing.
I thought Hip Life was clear. High Life is right.
If there are people that are privy to the book that you're talking about.
One professor.
Yes, I think we should have a symposium about
Hip Life.
Yes, and the question is it worth keeping?
Okay.
Or we should all jump to the bandwagon of
Afro things. Okay, that is a good question. So the symposium will also happen. Do we have the month yet?
Not yet, but we in talks so far. Professor John Collins has agreed. I'm talking to the grandpapa. I need the consent of Ochame Kwame and a few other stakeholders.
Maybe Hammer and Co.
Yeah.
I see. Hafko, I think it is now
goat.
Oba,
I mean,
Aponchimba no Bema. Oba no Bema.
No. Obrafo is the greatest of all time. We all know that. Listening to his story, for me, he has impacted me, a lot. And those of us from that era, most of us looked to Obrafo. Most of us decided to rap like Obrafo. Like, you have to learn how to rap like him. There is never a single Obrafo song that you pull up as a minimum lyric, I was even surprised at
Paimuka challenging our baby.
I was even surprised at Sticker. Oh, your Obrafo playlist, who born you by mistake in Kahon.
ɔse time ni swama no
asem seben ka ho
tie ɔse time ni swama no nti another time be ma
but anyways I mean congratulations to Obrafo
say come here Saturday board Obrafo one obufu a
congratulations to Obrafo. I think he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it, you know, so whenever he speaks, yes, open it say your name Suasa,
yeah.
Yes, when he speaks there's so much wisdom in it. This morning, you know, we've seen his patience, the way he goes about his discussion and everything. This is the icon we all look up to become. And I pray and hope that we will all one day can come and sit in a seat like this for people to, you know, adore us.
Yeah.
I mean, when they put out that Paimoka 20, we all saw how industry gatekeepers were posting him everywhere. That is how you become an icon. When you venture into a field and you achieve all that it is to achieve, you know, you are loved automatically by the people because you become a brand that is not tainted. That nobody can pinpoint one taint to the brand because everybody he's loved by all. I think when Hip Life was becoming difficult for the old folks to accept, Oboba J. Adolfo one time came out and said that enyuma abenyina the friend of Obrafo na etunyansanyom back in the day, because it was very difficult for them to accept. You know, it brought a lot of confusion, competition to High Life, and the oldies didn't like it at the time. You know, I remember Bolare granted an interview and said they had to put their school on the line to play Hip Life songs on Radio Universe. You know, because most of the lecturers did not like them playing it. But Obrafo here took up the game and made it one of the best, one of the most attractive genres of our time. So we appreciate him, we love him, congratulate him for Paimoka 20. We pray and hope that those of us here in Chimana Yebano, we can gather some bits and pieces from all that he's achieved and he's done, and then we'll also grow and become just like him. So,
all right.
Nana, congratulations, Yamin Shao.
Thank you so much.
You
okay, so the professor I was looking for, his name is Professor Halifu Osmari. Professor Halifu Osmari, he wrote on Hip Life. So I'm sure when the symposium comes off, we will come and add some details to it. Chief, your time has soon. Come on, knock it down. You know, bravo photos. Mikoi media ba.
Me sure saw the 20 years ago. This picture is very significant because Obrafo himself, it's not possible. It's not possible. So I challenge you.
Okay,
I challenge you to release it.
Mate, Yanko Chief.
And this picture is significant to me because Obrafo himself has an a cappella background. You know, before he started the whole Hip Life thing, and you know, 20 years ago when we did the Love Life Stop AIDS, you know, campaign. For me, I'm exceptionally proud of him because obviously along the line. Mine has halted, whereas 20 years he's been consistent and there and done it all. I'm really proud. I'm sitting right in front of a legend and greatness. There is a picture I would relish and frame, you know, for the entire, you know, rest of my life. So let me congratulate my brother. But there's just one question. I heard, you know, at some point that you know, you fell ill or something, so it took you out of the scene for a while.
Yeah,
maybe
true.
You want to clarify that.
Well, it is true. I've had challenges.
Chief, but this one we know it too much. I've battled every time. Oh, so Obrafo wa cancel yare permanent hontono. I'm a buy and put or release gospel song beat. Stick I was
on
No, when you are dealing with
you have omitted.
No, wait. When you are dealing with people like Obrafo, if you are not careful, your interview will sound stale because there are some things they've said countless times. So some of those things I would like to ignore and I pay attention to the new one. There was one question I really wanted him to answer, as in the 20 years history that he has. Who has he been able to bring up? And the way he answered it, I'm sure that is one question that you would
Sammy,
want.
Let me tell you something. Well, why you interview 30 minutes and I say 1 hour? Well, mommy 2 minutes. Say me Mr. Question. Then once what's the question?
Ana me pebidia mami sananka obi dia shema mami.
I say wait Mr. And I'll be sorry. Strong man, remember. Now,
Chief,
would you be willing,
Chief,
you know, to do a song with him?
Obrafo ni obi abenyom.
Sammy, don't answer for him. Let him answer for me. Debbie,
no, he will do it.
Yes.
He will do it. He will do it.
Nice.
Hi, Chief Charles. Logic, Bakupe.
Well, I feel like you chout you. Bravo, chout you.
Logic, here, go.
Seriously, I'm happy to be here today. Because I told you I was coming because of Bravo.
Yeah, I remember.
I believe in content a lot, and I feel the time of Bravo came. Those times we were also growing up as in we were also tight in the music scene. When he was mentioning the names, he mentioned Talking Drum and he mentioned those one native folklore. Those times we were Culture Clan. Myself and my people. Yes. That was after me and you. Me and you were born.
Chief Charles.
We had Culture Clan. Yes, at that time. So I saw when Obrafo emerged, how he changed the scene.
Okay.
And since that time, me have followed Obrafo up to now.
Yeah.
My disappointment is, I think people like Obrafo leaving the scene is the reason why rap has turned into filth and vulgar. Yes. Because, you see, when rap started, Mahoney P, I also followed Mahoney P. Reggie came in with that filth. Then Obrafo came and cleaned the filth. So all the level-headed people started following Obrafo. Let's be frank.
And he left again.
If you should backtrack, you see, anytime we are talking about Reggie, I respect Reggie a lot, but his input into hip life was vulgar, and it kind of changed the generation. It gave us an idea as Western. The rap, our local rap became westernized,
okay,
and vulgarish. So now boys started rapping. Oh yes, that was why the elderly people were complaining.
Okay.
Boys were rapping unufu. That was how it was going. Hip life was filthy. Then Obrafo emerged,
cleaned all the mess.
Everybody, the whole thing, everybody quenched, including their top man Reggie.
Okay.
Whether he raised his hand in public or not, he also saw that.
Be wrapping up.
Let me wrap up. I mean, this is something I've painted for long ago. If you won't let me talk, let me end
No,
it.
you are ending it. That's what I'm saying. Wrap
This
up.
is something
We've gotten the picture of the
Let me-
question. So
No,
ask
you have
him
not
now.
gotten my real picture. Do you know how long I told you I'm coming here because of Obrafo? I told you, remember me saying, I told you I'm coming here because of Obrafo. So allow me to speak to the man.
Okay.
So for me, it hurt me a lot, Sammy. You know, I've told you time without number that why did Obrafo exited the rap and left it to Sack? Because he took it from Reggie. We were all happy. We had not have enough of Obrafo. We were okay. We hadn't said Obrafo Winnie. We hadn't said Obrafo Jai. We were cool. We were enjoying Obrafo from nowhere. Sack came. When Sack came, we saw him as a young dude who's always trying to rap, but not to the level for Obrafo. And I have never imagined Sack being equated to Obrafo. I saw Sack as another brand on Sheho. Obrafo in the one man. Then all of a sudden, you know, me tia and say, I said, God Almighty. To be frank with you, that day, all my vim went. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's good to endorse. It was Obrafo's endorsement that gave Sack the general acceptance. Because we were still struggling with whether Sack can rap like Obrafo. That thing was there. We were struggling with it because if you check all the songs Obrafo did with Sarkodie, I can tell you that they are the best tracks ever Sarkodie has done.
Ask the question.
So, me, I don't have a question, no.
Okay. Okay.
It is a statement
I'm happy
making.
you don't have a question.
I don't have a question.
Good.
It is my pain, my grief.
Okay.
It hurts me that Obrafo exited.
So
now, all this, the rap to me, if not for this beef, whatever they are doing, I have never regarded hip life since the time Obrafo left. I have never regarded hip life. Okay. So I want to tell him that, please, music is ageless. He should find a way to stamp again, because some of us will look up to him.
Okay. Thank you. It's unfortunate I can't allow Obrafo to say any other thing because we've entered into the next program's time, and that is very bad. So Obrafo, just say thank you to them. Logic Assembly, Beckham Assembly later.
I started. I want to thank Create Music, Create Concept, the CEO, and his entire team. My brother Oteng, you know, Oteng,
thank
you know.
you.
I want to thank everybody. Now, Electroland SS. as part of us. As I said earlier, they are providing household appliances.
Okay, and the substances for the winners, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
and I want to say thank you to Mr. Nasif and Adiza Abdullahi of Electroland. I want to thank my wife. She's been the backbone. I mean, if you believe in that statement, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for being there for me. And my team, my manager, Edward Owusu Boafo, and everybody that had contributed any quota in making Abrafo who he is. God bless you.
Thank you so much.